Welcome to my channel, Pretty Inspired Decor. My name is This is part 6 of our Creating Christmas series for 2019. And welcome to my over-the-top cream and gold with just a touch of pink this year dining room. And I adore this dining room. Everything about this dining room is just so me. When we first bought this house, I said to my husband, what are we going to do with this room? It's so tiny, and I had a big dining room suite that didn't work. And you know what? Over the years, we have created all of this prettiness in this particular room. So let's start right here. So what I've done this year is I have combined two garlands. And the first garland is sort of way here, it's underneath. And I use this garland mostly to hang things on because it's really sturdy. And on top of it, I added this gorgeous garland that you can get at Michael's. Now I'm going to tell you, it's hard, it's difficult garland to work with, but look at how wonderful it is. So if you can combine it with another garland, it's actually perfect. What I love about this garland is it's so icy and it's so pretty. Not, as I said, easy to hang things from, but when you put it in front of other garland, it just adds a lot of dimension to, you know, the garland that was already there. And then on top of that, I've added this really pretty ribbon. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a tag in for how I decorated my tree last year. These trees, I used the same principle, and then I used the same principle to make the bows that I did. I believe that is in video number 2 from this year. So I'll add tags to those as well. And you know, again, just added some pretty ribbon coming down. I just think this looks so pretty. Once again, you know, you'll notice that I have some snowflakes that are just standing up. If you get really good sturdy ornaments that aren't made out of glass, you can actually make them stand in your garland, and they're there because there is a, you know, they're so nice and sturdy. So those are literally just standing up in the garland. On top of the china cabinet, you'll notice that I have a couple of Santas, some pretty trees, a Santa sack. It just really looks over the top. And then with this extra piece of wired garland thrown in, it almost looks like there's movement going on in this particular overall vignette. Over on the table, again, this table just really makes me happy. Obviously nobody's going to eat at this table because it's so over the top decorated. And the whole premise for this is always this particular Santa and his sleigh and the 2 reindeer. And what I did this year is I added these 2 really pretty cake trays. I found these at HomeSense. I just adore these cake trays, and I'll be able to use those for a whole host of seasons as well. And just popped some candles from Michael's. I've owned these for a few years. And another sort of little squiggly little tree on this one. And some little votives, and look at how pretty all of that looks. If you add some icy looking trees in. And over here, I've got some more trees. These, again, these are just ceramic trees from HomeSense. I bought a couple of years ago. I just adore them. And then I have my little drummer boy cake plate sitting on top of another cake plate, because you know I like to decorate with cake plates. And rather than use a traditional runner, I actually found this, you know, this little piece here at Joann's a number of years ago. It was in the sale bin. I think I paid $2 for it. And I just decided I would lay that on the table. I really don't know what else a person would do with it, but when I saw it, I thought, I'm going to use that, I think, on my dining room table someday. And then I added the table scatter, this really pretty, glassy, looks like gold, embedded right in the glass, you know, to sort of give it an overall look. Run a little bit of light through it, and of course it all looks pretty. My trees, you know, are also another focal point of this room, and I think they're so pretty. I've had these trees for so many years and use them every year. And this year I didn't put as many ornaments on because I decided that I would make this ribbon more of the showstopper for those, you know, trees. And again, if you don't have a lot of ribbons or you want to again do something a little bit different, just do something different with your ribbon. And then this part of the room, it's the most wonderful time of year, is all laden with angels and little bells. Look how pretty are these little bells. I just use them as a little table scatter again. They're just so, so pretty. Meant to go on a tree, but I decided not to put them on a tree. And then over on the other side, that particular tree is decorated, pretty much mirrored the same as the other tree. And this is the side of the room that is really dedicated to everything regal and Santa, and it's very joyful and, decorated and ready for Santa to come down our chimney. How pretty is that? I decided to add little pops of soft pinks this year just to give it a little bit of a twist of something a bit different so that it wouldn't be the same year over year over year. Walk into our dining room from our kitchen, you see these doors, and initially when I bought these wreaths, these are really icy little wreaths, I thought I would put them on the back of these chairs and decorate the chairs. But I changed my mind and I decided that they would go actually on the back of the door, and I'm really happy. I'll show you the other side of the door in just a few moments, but I just think it really looks pretty. You know that I love to decorate glass doors. I decorate the glass doors going down to our family room, and I just think it's a really pretty little look. Added over here another tribute to angels and some Swarovski crystal ornaments. My dad and Pam buy those for all of us every year, and I just adore them. And then over here, in front of the mirror, you'll notice that once again, I have some Swarovski ornaments. That tree stays up all year because I just love it. And then on the big mirror, I have a huge wreath. I always put a wreath on that mirror, and that particular wreath I made a number of years ago. It's a mesh wreath that again is over the top, decorated with lots and lots of ornaments. Above the door, you'll notice that I have added some more garland. So a couple of years ago, I bought these garland hangers. I actually bought them for my husband for Christmas, and we initially thought we were going to use them outside, but we ultimately changed our minds because we love how they look. Last year we only used one of them. We put it in our living room going into our foyer, and I thought, well, this year why don't we add this piece in there again. There's very inexpensive garland on the back side of it, just to sort of, frame it and allow the ornaments to hang. And then I added some more of this icy garland from Michael's and just put a few ornaments hanging down, and then another one of these gorgeous, gorgeous little wired garlands, again to make it look like there's some movement. And years ago, before we redid our kitchen, I actually had that plate stand on the front of some cabinets that stuck out on the peninsula, and I just had it in storage, for a few years now, and I said to my husband, why don't we hang that in the dining room above the door, and then I can permanently display plates, whether they're Christmas or any other kind of seasonal plates. I just thought they would look pretty. And of course, this is the final view going into our dining room from the foyer again. You saw these last year if you watched my videos. I just love these wreaths. Again, they're just gold and glitzy, and I've just added, these are, believe it or not, these are curtain ties that I've just draped over them just to give them a little bit more of a pretty kind of glistening look. Well, I really hope you've enjoyed a little tour of my over-the-top dining room. As you know, I'm a maximalist, so I tend to go over the top, and I know that those of you who are maximalists love it, and those of you who are not maximalists go, oh dear, what is all of that? I hope you enjoyed it. You're hearing my puppy whining in the background because she doesn't know what else to do. If you have not already done so, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe for my channel. Click the bell so you get notification of future videos. Share this video with people who love Christmas as much as we do. Until next time, bye-bye.